You're watching Coast Life, and the end of the school year is approaching, but there's still some school left to go. And if your kids are anything like how I was back in school, they're probably getting a little rammy, a little antsy, and maybe having a little bit of trouble staying focused until summer break. So here to help with that are our friends from Shell's Early Learning Center. We've got Lachelle and Angela with me on the couch this afternoon. How are you ladies?
Wonderful.
We're doing great. We're excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yes, we're excited to have you. So the end of the school year antsiness. You're seeing it?
Yes, definitely.
What can parents do to help encourage their kids to stay focused, or maybe even teachers as well, to help kids in the classroom stay focused until summer break?
My biggest thing, if I'm talking personally, when I was in school, was always having some sort of incentive, some sort of something to look forward to. In school, it was the field day. We'd have big activities planned out just to finish out the school, so we had things to look forward to. And I would say the same thing with parents, giving them a little incentive, whether it's, okay, we finished school, we'll go to Funland, or we'll go to a water park, or we'll do something so that they can just stay focused and get to the end of the school year. Like giving them a little bit of something to look forward to, not to, okay, school's over, and then that's just that.
Great, I love that.
So yes, I do believe in bringing the outdoors, especially now that weather's been so beautiful. After school, and even teachers in the classroom, getting the children outside, trying to do some learning outdoors as opposed to just keeping them inside so much. Because that's all they're doing right now is looking out the window to
that
get back outdoors and stuff like that. Yes, and then with the parents, definitely communicate with your child's teachers to see what assignments are due, what they have to finish up with, what projects and assignments that they need to complete by the end of the school year so they can all get that A.
Yes.
And then there's no surprises. I have my oldest son. There was always a surprise at the end of the school year that we had to do a lock-in to finish up that assignment and to have it turned in by that particular due date. So parents, please reach out to the teachers to figure out what they need to finish and incorporate the outdoors.
Yeah, and I was a huge outdoorsy kid. I'm still a big lover of the outdoors. We've got tons of state parks and plenty of trails to explore that are kid-friendly, pet-friendly. Just a great way to get the whole family outside.
Definitely.
Almost sort of skipping ahead to the end of the summer, but on a similar note, math packets and summer reading. Do you have ways to kind of encourage kids to get excited about that?
Our facilities and just in general, we like to get involved with the community. So that's UD coming out for a week and doing a health activity for the kids, whether that's the library coming to the center and doing story time or letting them get books off the bookmobile. We always try to make it interesting. One of the things, you talked about the math packets, one of the things that we always, I like at the center is that we have these big registers with all this money in it. So we always play with the kids on, okay, if you want to be a restaurant or a hair salon or whatever you're going to be, let's make some money. How much is your prices? So we try to incorporate it to be more fun. So if we can make it a little bit more interesting and realistic for the kids, it's something that makes it more fun for them. So with the math packets, with the books, making it more realistic. Let them choose books that they want to read. Go to the library. The library has those same incentives. Let them choose their books. Let them utilize the math with being home. Okay. So we're doing multiplication today. Incorporate that in the household, incorporate it at the centers, incorporate it any way you can, because now it's also going to stick with the kids in the long run. And it's not just going to be, I got to get this done before we go back to school. It'll stick with them.
And don't forget, Angela, the library does have their reading program.
Yes.
That's statewide. Whereas I think they start up the early part of June. And they encourage the children and the families to read during the summer months. Yes. During all those weeks. I think it's weekly goals and stuff that they meet and stuff. And at the end, they have one big, humongous surprise. And they have that reward that they actually, read during the summertime and stuff. And for those parents that don't think that reading a comic book, why would they read a comic book? Well, comic book is learning.
Yes.
And stuff.
Has words.
Yes. And it works. It's just incorporate in different ways to read, add, subtract, and science. This is a great time to be outdoors with, especially in Sussex County, Delaware.
Yes.
Beaches and and the horseshoe crabs and the
maybe
seashells.
count some crabs, count some shells.
Some seashells. Let's see what we can pick up and stuff like that. The dunes and everything that's out. and about that. The outdoors is just wonderful this time of the year down here.
Yeah, and I never thought about tying together the outdoors and math. My favorite and my least favorite things.
See, mine was how can I make money in math? Okay, cool. We can put it together.
That's great. Now, speaking of summer, you guys do have summer programs as well.
Yes, we do. This year's summer theme is focused on a journey through the summer and stuff. We have weekly things that's incorporated into our learning process as well for our school agers, for children around 4 on up. So we have a full summer program for them. We have 2 field trips that will be going on this year and stuff like that, finally taking our babies out of the building.
Yes.
As well as incorporate a lot of in-house field trips where we have different organizations from University of Delaware, as well as local businesses just coming in and hanging out with the children and showing them and teaching them, the everyday life skills that they have every day.
Yeah.
We also offer individualized learning for the children. So based on what the parents believe that the children need to work on, we work on that, not just with our infants, but all the way up to our school ages. So
we work with parents.
so if they need more services as far as reading, writing, and math, we incorporate that in that child's learning.
Cool. So how can people get registered for summer programs?
They can either look on our website. There's open enrollment on our website, or you can reach out to any of our centers. We have 4 locations. We're located in Milton, Harrington, Dover, and Camden. So all of our facilities is enrolling for school age. So it'd really just be reaching out to whichever center is closest to you, as well as going on our website at www.shellschildcare.com. And you can also pick the centers from there, and then it'll go straight to the centers that you're looking to enroll the children into.
Oh, great. Well, don't go anywhere. These ladies are sticking around on the couch. We are going to talk if maybe we've got all the summer activities covered, but if your kid is maybe struggling a little bit and they need some extra help in class, we're going to talk about that and more with more Coast Life on the way. You're watching Coast Life, and before the break, we were chatting with Angela and Lachelle from Shell's Early Learning. They are back on the couch, and we were talking, how to keep your kids focused for the summer season, and also some other summer activities. But there are some kids that maybe it's just sometimes not clicking. They need a little bit of extra hand holding, and I'm probably one of those kids that should have had a tutor. And I didn't, because part of me was probably too proud, or maybe parents are too proud. So how and what resources do you have for families that maybe just need a little bit of extra help with schoolwork?
So at Shells, of course, we do incorporate that learning with the parent. We will work out an individualized plan with them to say what they needed that help on, and we will actually set the child up. Again, we get nothing but support from the parents to figure out what their child needs. We do incorporate IEPs into our program as well. If your child has an IEP, they're more than welcome to share it with the center so that we can share it with the teachers and actually develop that individual plan for that particular child. And for those families that are not enrolled at Shells, a great resource, in my opinion, is definitely checking with your local school. In the past, during COVID and stuff like that, there wasn't much as far as availability for summer programs. But I know previous to that, there was always summer school. Which at times is, especially those children that needs that extra help, is relatively free. And stuff like that. So your child's school, your child's individual teacher to speak with them directly before the end of the school year to see what programs the school is offering. The library is an amazing resource. Oh my gosh, it's an amazing, because they tend to also have tutors right there at the library that may be able to help out. Some people do volunteer, some organizations and some people do charge and stuff like that. But definitely sitting down, speaking with the library, as well as your local businesses that offer tutoring services and stuff like that.
Now, you guys also have a really special event coming up.
Yes. This is our 25th year of being open. Actually, April 1st marked our 25th year. Yay. So every year we do a huge preschool graduation. Typically at our Milton location, because we have a gymnasium and a huge parking lot, we usually pack that out. But this year, we wanted to do something special, not only for our families of the students that are graduating, but for the entire community. We was actually throwing a huge preschool graduation at Sunnybray Mansion in Milford, Delaware, on July 2nd. So it's a huge event that we're doing. We're having bouncy houses, barbecues, face painting, balloon hats, the whole shebang, just to say thank you to the community, and also to recognize our preschoolers that are going to be moving on into the school district, going to kindergarten and starting that new chapter in their lives. So we're just so excited for it. This is something, graduation's always huge for us. So this year it's even more exciting. We're getting the parents excited. The children are getting excited. They get to do they get to show off the skills they've been working on all year, their letters, their numbers, their shapes, their colors, everything they can imagine. Someone banned me from letting kids dance at graduation because I tried something new one year and they were great, but it was intense.
Sure.
It was very intense.
We take dancing very seriously.
They did, and the kids really got into it, and they just started going crazy, and I was just like, oh, okay. It looked better in my head what we were doing. But they enjoyed it. They had a ball. The parents thought it was adorable. But they do get to show off their skills, and the kids love it. And like I said, we just want to also give back to the community. We want to thank them for, keeping us in business for 25 years. It's been a long journey. My mom's done an amazing job with having this business for so long and through all the obstacles she's came. So this graduation is our way of saying thank you to everybody and thank you to the community and to just show what we do at Shells when it comes to our preschoolers and the children and how much they do learn. We have some of our centers will have them reciting things in different languages, whether it's Spanish, sign language, Creole, all you can think of. Our teachers go above and beyond because they're like, look, I'm able to show what I've been teaching them. So they go above and beyond. And it was amazing to see our preschoolers. We took them on an advocacy day trip, the graduating ones. It was amazing to see kids reading. I was stunned. I was like, oh my God, she can read. And I was like, is she graduating? They were like, well, actually, she was supposed to graduate. Her birthday's in September, so she just missed it. So she tried to test, and they said she was off by 1 point. 1 point, and the little girl is reading. I was shocked. I was like, is that oil or water? And she looked, I was like, is that a liquid or a solid? And she was like, it's a liquid. I was like, okay, so we're gonna click. And she clicked it before I could say, she's like, liquid. I was like, she can read? She can read. And they're like, yes, she can read. I was like,
at the library.
And we was at the library, so I was just stunned. I was like, she can read. She's only 4 and she can read. So they get to showcase that to parents, and that's what I'm excited for the parents to see their kids like actually reading these sight words and things that their teachers have worked so hard on. So graduation, clearly I'm excited. I think I might be a little bit more excited than the kids, but graduation is it's an exciting time. So we invite everybody in the community come out, not just Shells families, but anybody that's interested. Look on our page. We'll be posting about it. You're more than welcome to come out, enjoy this good time. Everything's free. There's no charge for anybody. So anyone and everybody, if you're looking for anything to do July 2nd, July 1st, come join us at our preschool graduation at Sunnybray Mansion.
Yes, what a wonderful way to spend a day. Well, thank you ladies so much for coming in today and hanging out with us on Coast Life.
Thank you.
We've got plenty more to get to with more Coast Life coming up.